Gentlemen, hello. For some reason, Corona just doesn't taste the same. I hear you guys. Glenn Fiddick, hello from Detroit. That's my jam. Now, I know you guys aren't stupid, so I know you wouldn't believe if I told you there was lemonade in this because it's brown. It's iced tea. But I like to reuse these bottles because they're just so like sturdy. I have a glass here from my brother, who is a golf pro at a golf course, and he gave me this, and now I'm going to use it. But hello, welcome aboard. I hope everybody's quarantine is going well. I guess everybody stands a chance to know what it's like to be us YouTubers and everything, because a lot of people, when you don't have to go to work every day, lose track of the days. You're like, what day is it? Is it Wednesday? Is it Thursday? Is it Monday? No, like I have no idea. Well, that's how we are every day. Just a little peek into our lives. But if anyone else, I thank you guys for joining me. Rob, get a new T-shirt out. Yeah, I'll do a new T-shirt. There was a lot. I have a whole like all house stuff, and when I say house stuff, it's like I'm looking at house stuff. I'm looking at other design ideas. I'm following people, house Instagrams and design Instagrams. I'm like slightly distracted from cars, but I'll jump back into the car stuff. I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. But as my house gets dried in, which is when the windows go in, doors go in, I don't do another thing. Everything, I don't lose any value. When I say don't lose any value, like I don't ruin the house. If I don't put siding on the house, if I don't dry in the house, Ferrari part, I could probably do that for the first 40 people, honestly. When this is over, will ever team up with Savage Garage? I have no idea. How many Super Speeders DVDs do I have left? I've probably, you see this right here? Yeah. Look, I got a Bowflex. That was my thing that I did the other day. Is I went and bought a Bow Jonesing for a shirt. I got to make a shirt before you can buy it. But part of that, is whatchamacallit. Where was I? Super Speed DVDs covered that. Oh, today. Well, thank you. Bent wheels parts. Yeah. Arbor Lauer was very low key. What else did I go to? There was a bunch of them over there, but Glenn Fiddick, my favorite, which is good because it just happens to be my favorite drink. So yeah, so that's what I was talking about. So I've got a whole game plan for 2020, and in that was more of the higher end content. So more of the multiple cameras, fully edited, like the $500 car challenges, things along those lines. Hold on one second. This is Jeff. Let me see what he needs. What's up, Jeff? Hello. That was Jeff Marlowe, who is also quarantined. I think he's got the coronavirus or something. But I had a whole thing. I've got like different series I was going to do, stuff for the Project Car Challenge, et cetera. And I never ended up getting around to implementing that because the world sort of went to shit real quick. Excuse my language. Any update with Bobby Kahn? Bobby Kahn is in the Bergen County Jail, to my knowledge. I don't have any update from him beyond that. Let me see. If I'm skipping your question, it's just because I'm just not feeling it right now. Am I a huge fan of the YouTube platform or looking for new platforms, but there isn't one? I YouTube's got the audience. I'm a fan of whatever platform has the audience, honestly. And people go to YouTube. People go to YouTube for everything. YouTube is the new, like, Encyclopedia Britannica, or I don't know if that's even the right thing. That's um, YouTube is just YouTube is the platform now. A lot of people don't like YouTube for whatever reason. Um, I just it's where you guys go to watch stuff. So if you went somewhere else to watch, I'd post over there. But you guys go here to watch, so that's why I post on YouTube. Is the naked AK-47 guy? Um, Jeff said, Jeff's the one who called. You should probably put a sheet up. Is it because of the lights, the crayons, or the Bowflex? I'd hang up on you. Excuse me, guys. Let me see what this guy wants. Sorry, I messed up and said SSB the other day. Super Speeders Bob. Nice vets. No problem, JJ. What's up? What's going on? Jeff. Nice. All right. Well, yep. I'm still live streaming. I hear me in the background. So, all right. Pour a drink. Join me. Talk to you in a bit. Boy. So where I'm at today, I was actually playing with my wood all day, which is what a lot of people are doing because quarantine sucks. But I was actually at my house playing with the scrap wood piles, and I was organizing all my scrap wood. I don't think anyone does that. I was just sort of like, I had to get out. My property is totally like coronavirus free. So I went over there and I was legitimately going through the different wood, sorting it by type of wood, and then like if it had nails in it, didn't have nails in it, just to clean up the property a little bit. And then we still have to frame the basement. And if I have some photos. Do I have a maid? We do have a maid that comes once every 2 weeks. She's not coming right now because of coronavirus. The nanny and the maid don't come. But also, it looks incredibly unorganized. Well, it is pretty messy right now. But we live in a 2-bedroom apartment. We went from like a house that was just say, I don't know, 2,600 square feet to a 1,000 square foot apartment. So I just got to get to the point where we're at that house. The house, I want to say I'm showing off, but I'm not really showing off. I'm just very proud of myself. So I'm going to share my house picture with you guys. But if you're on my Instagram, you've obviously seen it. I just clicked on my Instagram and I see a bunch of people posting bottles. I am glad we can all drink together. It makes me feel, I'm not going to say less alone, but less like an alcoholic, because I got you guys with me. Not an alcoholic. I don't really drink that much. Here is, oh, that was cool. That was my, that was a good one too. Where we're going the wrong way. So here's just an idea of me organizing the scrap wood. My basement, incredibly, fairly well lit, given because I've got the escape window. And that's going to be my wine cellar. And then that's my steps for now. Just a ladder. I hate height. Dude, watching these guys work on the house with a ladder, they've like a ladder. It's got like 2 things that go into the ground here. These guys, like, they got one and they're just trying to like jump the thing. They don't want to come down to move the ladder. So they just like sort of like hop it over like halfway up the ladder. I'm like, what if you like go too far and you tip over? That's like the whole point of a ladder is like, I need somebody like holding the bottom of it so I don't fall. And these guys are at the top, like trying to jiggle it down. I was like, oh, I can't do it. But that's why they get paid to do this stuff, and I don't. I've been using your ED. Yeah, you've been pushing for treatment for your hardwood. Well, I'm glad it works, because if it wasn't working, you wouldn't have hardwood. Cheers from Vancouver. I'm a bit over 40-ish, but I remember the video you guys made back in the gumball at the LimeWire. Videos are great. I'm going to put up the full 4GT video. Maybe I'll do that after this. Now, you know, I got to get it off an old hard drive because I want to put up a good quality. But the video is going to be great on the house. That's what I was saying. But I'm going to put up the full 4GT video. Used to be a rental on YouTube, but then they did away with the rental program. So then I tried to make it live, but it kept like make it free, but it kept triggering the like copyright infringement. I don't know, whatever. So I'm just gonna post a newer version, and hopefully it doesn't flag. But also in HD. That was shot in HD a while ago. No videos from my house. We're under a work from home order by the state, right? Like that trumps town saying you can't. Like everybody's working from home. So since I do videos, I think it should be fair game. I can do it. The problem is in my resolution, if I violate the terms of my resolution, which is like if I fart in the wrong direction, they can issue a stop work order. I don't want a stop work order. That's the problem. That's why, like, until I get it resolved with the court system, that I can't really do anything. But the town is being a bunch of weenies right now because they are. This whole thing has been about my YouTube channel from like day one or day like 5. But now, as we go through it, they're like, oh, no, we've never, nothing to do with the YouTube channel. We just no commercial activity on the property. Like, well, what commercial activity would you be talking about? You've been talking about my YouTube and now it's commercial. And the, whatever, they're trying to say that the lawsuit, because I've never been issued a citation or something like that for YouTubing on the property, that the lawsuit is not ripe. But they all everything that they've done to me has been because of my YouTube channel and one dissenting person who I don't like. You know, I don't really have a problem with him, but I don't like how he's treated me. Let's put it that way. But once I get that sorted, if I get that sorted, I will be able to share my house with you guys. Buy your kid the 96 count Crayola pack, you monster. Thank you, Patrick. Only 64? Patrick, you know how crayons go, right? You get them, they sit in the sun, they melt into this little pile of nastiness. They're in the carpets and everything. Luckily, this place has carpets, and I think they rip them out after you rent. And I don't, like, I could live anywhere, like, legitimately. Like, I can live in I've lived in worse. I've gone to college. I've done the gambit. But I hate carpets. Like but it's good for my kids because both I fell down the steps here once, and then my kid went tumbling down once. So twice. I think she fell down twice. But one time I was like, I don't want you to fall down the stairs. Let me carry you. And then I fell down the steps with her in my arms. But yeah, the carpets are good for like the melting crayons and all that nonsense. But thank you for the $10. Did I consider doing Cletus's Freedom 500? I guess I haven't been paying attention to it. Have you been the Hackensack? That was almost a sentence, Jake. Have I been to Hackensack? Yes. I've got thousands of DVDs in Hackensack. My dad's furniture store is in Hackensack, which is currently under the mandatory closure right now. Rob, saw your C8 to DDE. They're looking for a C8 right now. Yeah, everybody's looking for a C8. I got screwed on my C8. That'll be the video for tomorrow. All right. Let's see here. What's in the cup, Rob? Well, some people are late. I'm drinking iced tea, which is I you know, some people get like the Tupperware containers and everything and just put random stuff in it. I do that with the cool, like, sturdy bottles. This is a Glenfiddich 15 bottle filled with iced tea. It was not iced tea until I put the ice in it, but it was just tea. Let's see. What's your COVID plan, as your industry will be hit hard just like the others? I was saying that. That was in my video today. Like, I actually put this up on Instagram anyway. But like my warehouse is full of cars right now. I don't like my warehouse being full of cars because that means I don't have anything out there making me money. And when things aren't making me money, it's costing me money. And yeah. It's me taking a photo of me. That was cheers to a friend. Hey, Rob, as a landlord, I hate carpets. People always have a way of putting very special smells and stains on them. That's what I don't like about carpets. I do like that they're good for kids, but I don't like the fact that they just get shitty and gross very quickly. When I do adventure drives, do I ship my cars or do I coordinate with local companies? I do both. But I've got a sorry, I'm reading unlimited miles, but you can get some pretty badass cars for very reasonable amounts of money for this trip if you do decide to rent. And now even I was like, do I want an R8 or do I want to ship my own car? So like even I'm questioning that. Are all 64 crayons in the box behind me? What do you think? I don't know. You guys are pretty down with these crayons. Oh yeah, this is almost serial killerish. Not only used, oh, you know, a couple are upside down. Mine as a kid, I can't even, like, it was a hot mess of crayons. Pickle Me Timbers, I love the name, dude. I remember that one. How's the house coming along, Jordan? You're a little late. We were just talking about the house. Brandon wants me to draw a picture. Brandon, I can't, like, there's things that I suck at, right? Drawing, definitely one of them. I've got, now the TDF is not mine. I've got, and it's funny because one of the things I want to do this year is Rob, Dom, and I are going to film a bunch of like Alpha Rob videos. And aside from racing our cars against each other, which the problem with that is they both may break, and then we'll be like, no, what do we do? So we're going to compete for Alpha Rob status in a range of things that we may or may not be better than one another at. And I've got some great ideas for that, but like most of the ideas I think of are things that I suck at. So it's like, oh yeah, but that would probably be entertaining to watch and it would be fun to do. Dobbs Ferryman, please hook me up on a deal. The orange C8 tomorrow. Somebody was just messaging me about the orange C8 for tomorrow. Let me just take a look. Let's just see if it's still available. Just send me a message or email me, Rob at gothamdreamcars.com. And oh, is that you? Oh, there you go. Yeah, that is you talking to me. Hudson Valley Applejack. I've never drank that. Dobbs Ferry man, are you in Dobbs Ferry? Yes, no, we're going like fourth wall here. How much are the C8s going for? They're selling, one of my customers just bought one for 108, which is probably like 30 over. But they're selling for a bunch. Has anyone signed up for adventure drives and brought their own car? Yeah, a lot of people bring their own cars. In the US, most people bring their own car. In European trips, especially the shorter trips, like the Scotland trip is a Tuesday to Sunday, you lose your car for a while by shipping it, putting it on the ocean, and it's just cheaper to just it's just cheaper to rent cars while you're over there. How much to get you on the elliptical behind you? I'll just go on the elliptical behind me, but that defeats the purpose of me going live. I just got that. It's a Bowflex Max Trainer. I just picked that up the other day because the gyms are all closed, and like part of working out is like it's easy to find excuses. It's easy to find excuses to like not work out, and for me, it's like that's 38 degrees right now in the morning. I'll just wait till later, and then later, like I'm like, yeah, I don't feel like working out now. So I've run 3 times in the last week now, and the first time I haven't run in years, but I've run. Let's see, I've run two. I ran 2 miles at a time. The first time I think I did it at like 10:30 a mile average, which is not fast, but if we're not running in years, that's I didn't want to kill myself. Then I did like 9:57 the second time I ran the same loop, and then I just did 8:57, 7.5 or 8.5 or 8-minute miles for that matter, until I sort of get my legs back under me. I used to have, like, I used to run cross country way back in high school, and I was actually pretty quick. But fast forward to like when I was like 9 years ago, 10 years ago, and I started running half marathons. But my knee would always like start acting up after like 8 miles. So I would run like 8 miles real well. And then like I would sort of limp my way home, which sucks. And then I'd be limping around for a day or two. But like I went to doctors, nobody, yeah, everything's good. Everything's good. Everything is good. So I'm like, nothing's good. Like my knee hurts. So get a Peloton bike. The Peloton bike, here's the problem with it. It's either sell me the equipment or charge me a monthly. Don't do both. Like if you're charging me like 30 or 40 bucks a month, don't then give me the equipment. If you're gonna charge me $2,000 for a bike, then give me the program for free. So that's my thing. Lenin Augustin Lopez, what is your opinion on multi-level marketing? I'm not a fan. Let's leave it at that. I think it could be successful for a very small majority of people. That I think of it like a pyramid scheme. So just there's a reason scheme is at the end of it. Just don't do it. There's better ways to make money with your talents. You think you'd release any more house update videos? Yes, I will. I will update you guys on my house as it gets closer to being completed. And then if I get my lawsuit done with my town and we get that resolved, then I will share as I feel fit sharing. MFW, I work for a SaaS corporation, runs gyms. Why am I still spending money? The world is ending. MF Patrick Hudson, what's MFW? Monday, right? No. No. You got me. I'm looking up MFW right now. MFW, and you guys are like, oh, I know what that means. My face when I work for an SaaS company that runs gyms. Why am I still spending money? The world is, I think, yes. The good thing is, I think a lot of people are getting taken care of by the government for this whole thing, and that's sort of what happens. That has to happen. Do I get paid for these live streams or just donations? Just donations. These live streams are not really about, I mean, they get 5, 10, 15,000 views. They're never going to make any money, but it gives me a chance to just have a drink, shoot the crap with you guys, and gives me something to do and answer any questions. Because I like, if you notice on my YouTube channel, I can't keep up with the comments. Like I'll generally post a video in the first like 5 or 10 minutes. I'll try to get to as many comments as I can, or at least the relevant ones. And then I just never look back again. I've got thousands of comments every week on my channel that I don't respond to. So this gives me a chance that if anyone has information or needs questions or anything like that, I can sort of talk directly with you guys. Why did Jimbo leave you? He seems to be doing what you did when you were younger now, Bull Run. Yeah, somebody hired him to run their well, he left to go back to live at home because my house was being done. What's up, D-Rock? What are I drinking? Rum. He went back to go to school, figure himself out, whatever. But then he took a job locally with a guy who wanted to start a YouTube channel, and that's where he is now, on Savage Garage. How do you think the MP412C, how low? I don't think the 12Cs are going to go below. If you say they're at 85,000, that's cheap. That car is worth all of 85,000 all day long. I don't think. I think you buy a McLaren 12C at 85,000. The only thing that would make it worth less is if you couldn't afford to fix it and had to sell it broken, because those things cost a pretty penny to fix. If unlimited cash, what 3 cars would you have? I would have a Pagani Zonda, I would have a Koenigsegg, and I would have a probably a MC12 would be my and Carrera GT. I don't know. But definitely a Zonda, definitely a Koenigsegg, and yeah, I'm sticking with the MC12. But that's if I can afford all those cars. If I can only have 3 cars, I don't want those 3 cars. I would definitely want a GT3 in there, and then 2 hypercars. But then I need something to drive every day. It's really you're confusing me. But if you can afford those cars, then you can afford more than 3. How do I know Macbeth? Met her at the SEMA show. She did a podcast with us, and I've never posted that podcast. I got it, and I just never put it up. Maybe if I can dig that link back up, I will share it with you guys. You can watch. It was Sarah Antoon, Tavarish, me, Robert Mosley, I think, and then I don't remember who was on this one, but definitely 2 I said, and then her. Just get 300-month financing on a Pagani. I can't afford that. 300 months? Come on. That's it's still millions of dollars to buy a Pagani. What am I daily driving? I'm driving a, what's up, Le Vortex? I am daily driving the same car I've been driving for 3 years, a $1,100 Mercedes. It's the one I put the snowplow on. And it's been good. It smells like oil when it idles too long, because it's definitely burning oil, but that makes it so I don't have to do oil changes so much, because I always add a quart every, say, 3,000 miles. What was I going to say? The car itself, heated seats. I got snow tires from Tire Rack. They gave me the Michelin XI snow tires and a second set of rims, so the thing can rip in the winter. I can drive it around my construction site. It's just a perfect car to beat the crap out of and not care. And when it stops working, I throw it away and I get another one. I've always, if you think of my last 2 or 3 everyday cars, it was the Volt for $270 a month. It was the BMW 5 Series that I got on Craigslist for $3,500. Now this Mercedes. So I always drive shit cars every day, because why waste money on fancy cars when you don't need them? Have you ever heard of the Zenvo ST1? I know of Zenvo. I don't know if the ST1 is probably their only car. Do you know Sparky? But the Zenvo, they look pretty cool, though. I'll give them that. Do you know Sparky, a.k.a. Koenigsegg from Connecticut? I do know of Sparky. I've met him once, but I haven't really. We didn't have meaningful exchange. Have viewers ever shown up at GDC and annoyed me? Not really. I don't know. People show up, say hello, take some photos, shake hands. Not now, though. Shaking hands could be considered assault in the modern climate. But that doesn't bother me. When people linger for hours is when I was I got stuff to do. You got to go. Did GM ever ask for the extra months on the Volt? No, GM didn't charge me an extra penny on that Volt. I mean, let me qualify it. I have to do my taxes, so I got to look at my statements. They may have drafted something that I didn't notice, but as far as I know, I've never gotten a statement. I would think I would have gotten a statement if they did. Never gotten a statement, never gotten a call, never gotten an additional charge that I know of. How's the reliability on that bench? Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Don't come on my camera.
I just want to get my water.
You want your water? Where is it?
I don't know.
Okay,
Can
well,
you help me find it?
I can't help you find it. Daddy's busy. That's the work from home thing. Let me just make sure I'm touching everybody here. Aaron, I got to. Johnny, just bolt-ons. Huge fan. Would you critique my 2 website? Means a lot to a small business. Yeah, send me the links. The Rob at superspeeders.com. I'll take a look. C5 video.
Didn't pull it yet.
Mom didn't what?
Maybe Mom didn't bring it yet.
Oh, you want me? I'll bring it up in a minute. Why don't you go upstairs and then I'll bring you water, okay?
I'll help you make it.
I gotta make the water.
Will
Excuse me.
that be nice on me?
It would be nice of you to help me make your water.
Okay, so get me that.
There you go. I'll put you up here. Which one do you want?
Okay.
See, you want this one?
No.
What do you take this one? This is good.
No.
Okay, pick a different one.
So I choose
You want the Minnie Mouse?
one.
You can't take the Paw Patrol. Pick anyone else.
Why?
You want the Minnie because it doesn't have a lid on it. You want the Minnie Mouse?
No. This one has a lid on it.
Okay. You know what? Daddy will do whatever you want right now because he's busy and he can't do this. Okay.
That one has a lid.
Okay.
Wow. That's okay.
All right. Plenty of water. Here you go.
Dude.
I'm going to give you a straw.
No.
No what?
I want that Mickey straw.
A Mickey straw? Where are the Mickey straws?
The inside there.
Okay.
No,
Sorry.
the inside the other one.
There you go.
There. That's it.
There you go. Up to bed. That just happened. Usually they're sleeping by now. Wyra over the Zonda. No way. I'm sorry, Le Vortex. I'm going to disagree with you. Do I ever find weird stuff? Yeah, we always get stuff left in rental cars. Like some guy left like a Gucci hat with a B on it. And I'm like, that's probably pretty expensive. Like, but now I just leave it sitting around in our lost and found thinking that they'll ever want it. Let's see. Where did I go? Sorry. Do you ever take your rental cars out for personal use? Not really. What older exotics would you take over a C8 for the same price? There's not much. Probably a 997 GT3. Because the older exotics are more stable price wise. So the whatchamacallit's going to go down in price. The C8, and it'll depreciate. It'll be more reliable, but it'll depreciate. Whereas the older exotics, they'll maintain their value, and you just have to pay for the maintenance. So I would go with like a Porsche turbo, like a 997 turbo, GT3, R8, maybe an AMG GT. So I mean, the NSX even. Nah, I would probably go with the. No, I guess I have the NSX, so and I'm not selling it to get the C8, so I guess that's right. C8 rents for $495 a day. Let's make sure how cute. Give her water. She got her water. Daddy took care of it. Let's see. How's the C8 renting? Well, I'm going to make a video on it, but the C8 has been slaying it. Today is the first day the thing sat since I brought it back, and people love it. Like people have bought it. They've offered to buy it. It is. See you later, D-Rock. The car is like compared to the Supra, blows it away as far as customer response. And this is possibly the single worst time to be renting cars in the history of renting cars. So, can you do a burnout in the C8? That's just no. I'll do a burnout in my Corvette, but like the C8 company car, company tires, just not. I try to separate my multiple businesses, and I don't beat up on my rental cars. I don't do anything that that would be irresponsible. I am a business owner. I make money in my one business, so I can and make money in my every business respectively. I treat separately, and I think it would be not responsible to both drive and hoon around my rental cars for no reason. How about in Times Square? Weirdest method of payment requested on a car rental. I don't know. Cash, credit card, there's no big deal. Have I invested in the stock market? If so, what have you invested in? Yeah, I got, aside from my retirement account, which I don't consider real money, I've got, I'm buying Coke soon, Coca-Cola, buying Visa stock. I've got NREF, which is a real estate funding company, which is down 70% right now. It was an IPO. I've got Smile Direct. I've got Uber. I've got Disney. I've got CSX. I've got Google. I've got Amazon. I've got Ferrari stock. That's the stuff that's coming to my head. Let's see. But yeah, I don't know. How do I feel about the Mr. Spaghetti comments? I gave up on those a long time ago. I don't really care. No Tesla stock. Tesla stock I would buy again in the threes. I wouldn't buy it 5, 6, 7, 800. But yeah, no. So got house, got cars, I got YouTube channel stuff. I'm gonna do it in an exact hour today because I don't want to run this too late. But I just want to cover as much as I can. And really just a reason to drink with you guys. I'm using this time of coronavirus quarantine, so to speak, or just world disruption to catch up on my emails because my emails are seriously behind. My voice sounds like Ferris Bueller. Bueller. I know that's not what Ferris says, but do you have your balls? They make your chin look bigger. Nobody's ever commented on my chin before. I'm actually, I don't know, got a bunch of stuff going on, but I'm using this time to catch up on a lot of stuff, which I've always been behind on a lot of stuff. So the fact that it's so quiet when it's normally not that quiet, and sort of like anyone, it's a day-by-day thing. Waiting to see how the economy reacts to this before I go out. Usually I'm spending $1 million buying cars right now, and I am totally not gonna be doing that. Brandon wants me to dab for $50. I don't want your $50 to dab. I think dabbing is so stupid. I will dab for free, but I will not like it. I think that's a dab. I think. I'm so out of it. Would I join Matt on a podcast remotely? Of course. Matt and I, we're actually working potentially on a project together. And we're just trying to get that taken care of. Close enough to that sucked, right? What is the number one Glenlivet? I like the Glenlivet 18 is my favorite of the Glenlivet line. I'm 5'9". My travel has been like, I've never been in the same place for so long in my life. It's kind of weird, but I've got whatchamacallit. I've got my trip to Oktoberfest for my birthday. Oktoberfest is like notoriously tough to get a table for, but I'm going to be getting a tent in the Lowenbrow tent for a table in the Lowenbrow tent for 16 people. So me and 16 friends are going to Germany. Am I a gun owner? I am. I own lots of guns. Ew, he dabbed, cringe, LOL, no cap. I don't even know what that means. I'm so not as cool as you guys. Do you think the old Super would do better rental than the new one? Yeah, but I wouldn't rent an old Super. The only Super you could rent would be an automatic, but I don't expect to rent an automatic Super. I don't think people would want it. They want a 6-speed turbo for the most part. Can we get a 355 review, walkthrough, thought on why or why not to own? Ooh, I guess I could do that. Shivam has one that I can always use in the video. I wanted to do my Supra versus Shivam's 355 for like a Fast and the Furious recreation. That's Shivam's 355. C8 is renting very well, yes. We've rented manual cars. They all got crashed, so we stopped renting manual cars. Would I get a Desert Eagle 50? No, my uncle has one. It's more of a novelty gun. I don't know. Most of my guns are cool. I've got Spike Tactical. I've got, what else do I have? I can't even remember. A bunch of SIGs. Got a Kimber. I've got the Kimber 911. I've got a bunch of SIGs. I've got the 226, the Platinum Elite 226, the Platinum Elite 220. Beretta is my carry. Well, when I was carrying was my carry. I've got an LC9. I've got trying to think. I've got the Spikes Tactical. I've got the Grease Gun. I've got most of these things are in Florida. I can't even have them up here because they're illegal up in this area. CX4, Storm, PS90. What else? Black Rain Ordnance. That's a cool looking one. A couple of SIG long guns. Just the Gambit. No enjoyment shooting a gun with that much recoil. Yeah, it just like even the biggest caliber I have in a handgun is a 45, which is pretty standard. But that's the SIG, the P220. It was actually my first gun was a SIG 220, Platinum Elite, and that was it's still a cool gun. I love that gun. But then I got the 226 9mm, and I like that better. 15-round magazine. But then again, now in Jersey, if I had that gun up here, I wouldn't be able to use it with a 15-round magazine. I'd have to get a 10-round magazine, which is annoying. The most frustrating one is the PS90. If I had that one up here, I can only have a 10-round, and that one has got a 50-round top mount, and you have to put like a blocker in it so you actively see through the magazine. How terrible it is to have a blocker. No, the SIG 45 doesn't jam. I've never had jam issues with it. But what happened to Bobby Khan? Bobby Khan is in. He's awaiting his trial. I don't know if he has a trial date set yet, but I have not been in touch with him since he's been locked up. What is the risk of renting cars from your company and the person has a debit card with sufficient funds? There's no real additional risk. Sufficient funds, once I secure the funds, I secure the funds. Even if it's like your last $2,000, it doesn't matter to me as long as it clears. No, I'm not communicating with Bobby Khan. True story, friends of a friend recently got married. The Matt and Farrah wedding. Friends of a friend recently got married. The Matt and Farrah. Oh, Matt. And so I'm saying their last names were Matt and Farrah. That's pretty funny. I was like, I was at Matt Farrah's wedding, and I'm trying to figure out what you're trying to say here. The SIG 226 is the same pistol used by SEALs and everyone in naval special warfare. Yeah. So the 226 is a popular gun. They do have like the Navy SEAL editions and everything like that. I don't want to play Rambo. I just like cool guns. And then when I move back to Florida one day, I'll have like this treasure trove, and I can have this big cool like vault of stuff I can go shoot. I'll get a bunch of acreage so I can go pop stuff. Are you in your new house? Haven't had time to watch your channel in a while. I know you must have not watched for a while, but no, I am not in my new house yet. I'm currently building my house. I was showing a photo before of where it's at. It's on my Instagram channel. I've done some update photos of the house. I was in my house the other day while it was raining and watching where the water is channeling. I mean, the gutters go where they go anyway, but here's a cool video. This is my bedroom. This is me looking at deer, isn't it? It's not looking out the bedroom, so you really miss out on that video. I was like, oh, there's a bunch of deer in the woods. Let me go videotape them from my bedroom. But here's what the house currently looks like. It's backwards in my screen. I don't know why. But yeah. So anyway, I will be buying some more cars, giving away more cars. That's coming up. I want to give. I posted on my Instagram the other day. There was this guy with this really shit Caprice, where like there's holes in the door and you see sort of right through the door. And I feel like I would be. It'd be nice to give that guy a car, a reliable car to get to work. Apparently, he works there. Let's see. What's my Instagram? My Instagram is @RobFerretti. ROBFERRETTI. Thank you, Andy. Appreciate that. Did the township get you approval for a bigger garage? No, I'm just building the house right now. I'll have to go back if I decide to build a garage. But right now, yeah, Bowflex M5. I just scooped that up. Literally like 2 or 3 days ago. Real Cody Berzik. You're boring, bro. Okay. I'm just having a drink, so I'm not here to sort of entertain. I'm here to join people for a drink. You can talk. Go ahead. Well, it's pretty fucking boring. So let me continue. Do I answer my own Instagram messages? Yes, on my personal account. No, on my Gotham. Oh, sometimes on my Gotham account. But do I own a 360 right now? I do. I own a 360 Spider, which looks.
I can't connect to the public Wi-Fi network.
I don't care, Alexa.
Update your connection. Take a look at the help section in your Alexa app.
A guy just detailed my car, and it looks awesome. He did a 3-day detail on my 360, and it is money. Now, and that's going to be a video as well. I'm so annoyed because it looks so good. And like now I don't want to drive it. I mean, look, it's just like straight. That's hotness right there. So that's why, I mean, I wash my cars so they look clean, but I don't actively go out of my way to like paint correct and do all that stuff. Let's see what I got here. We got DAP Z325. What happened to the school bus? School bus school bus went to the scrapyard. I was going to go get it from Jeff's. The water pump was bad. I would have put $1,000 and have somebody fix the water pump to then sell the thing. The title was all screwed up because of the way they filled it out. So, what's in the glass? I've got iced tea in a Glenfiddich bottle, and it's the 15, which is my favorite. I'm not a big fan of the 14. 12 is good, and I don't really like the 18 or the 25 or the rum cask, the 21. That 25 I like more than the rum cask, but then the 25 you're getting up into like the hundreds of dollars a bottle. Oh, Alyssa's here. Alyssa's my favorite. Cheers to you if she's joining me for a drink. But the sign is still goofy at Gotham. I live in Florida. I got my good old Glock 19. Yeah, like, see, I'm not a big Glock guy. I understand they're like, it's the Corvette of guns. I just not even. Maybe it's like the old trusty. It's the Camaro of guns. But I don't. I'm not a big fan of it. I will get another GT3. Sorry, I can't keep up with all this stuff. What's the difference in taste between the Glenfiddich 12 and the 15? They're both good. Neither of them are very smoky. The 12 maybe a little bit smoother. I mean, I'm trying to like. I hate to try to sound like, oh, the earth tones. Like, I just know if I like the flavor or not. And even like tequila, I've got the Clase Azul over there. I like that. I mean, I like. There's certain drinks I either like or I don't. The blended Scotch, I drink them. Johnny Walker Blue, I'm a fan of. I just don't like spending $150, $180 a bottle. But yeah. Cheers. So she is drinking with me. That's good. But the Glenfiddich 12 and 15. 15 is my favorite. 14, I don't know how to describe the flavor. In order to know, it's because it doesn't matter what I like. It matters what you like. Some people like a peatier, like a smoky, like a fireplace tasting Scotch. That's not really me. But the best way to do it is to go to like a tasting class or something like that, where you can line up a bunch of them, because you may think you know what you like. Like, oh yeah, I sort of like that. But then when you line up like all these different, and the classes are good because you're not just grabbing 3 random bottles and drinking it. They're picking stuff that's specifically spectrum based. So you could start here and figure out, and then you really get to taste which ones you like, which one you don't like, why the taste is what it is. So that's something I would recommend if you guys are interested in wines and tequilas and sakis or scotches or whatever. Yeah, blue. I like Johnny Walker Blue. Scotch and Bowflex. No, I've done my workout today. I was throwing wood today, and I ran 2 miles. And I ran 2 miles, 8:57. I'm as average pace. The first one was like 8:30. I'll take that any day. Not any day, but I'll take that now because I legitimately have run 6 miles in the last 3 years, 4 years. So I'm happy to. I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to get to that point so quickly because I didn't feel like I was about to die afterwards either. What do you think about classic car rentals? Problem with classic car rentals is they don't live up to people's expectations. Like, I tell you, like, hey, how would you like to have a 69 Camaro? You're like, I would love one. But then you drive it and you're like, wow, this thing really sucks. Because in our heads, like classic, like badass cars are badass. But then when you drive them, you're like, this thing is it's all over the road. It's not up to the modern standards. It's so slow. Why is it so slow? It's a 69 Camaro. Well, it does 0 to 60 in 7.4 seconds. Like, it's not fast. It was cool. It was cool back then, but you have to like resto mod them in order for them to be like live up to the hype. No, I wouldn't rent a Hellcat. I just don't think anyone wants to pay for those. Have you ever mentored anyone in life and business? I generally give people advice. I do consulting, but not really life consulting. Well, I mean, it may bleed into life consulting, but business consulting I do. Watching the $500 car challenge with Tommy Farrell made me fall in love with geo trackers. I'm currently searching for one to buy. They're not hard to find. You know what is hard to find? My first car, which is an 88 Pontiac Bonneville. I have been unable to locate one anywhere to purchase. But let's see here. Can you tell us about how you eventually acquired a taste for whiskey? Currently a young male, but find the taste of whiskey terrible. I've tried a Glen 12 in the past. So, like, it's I mean, I guess like anything, it's a greetings from Germany. What's up, Luficer? If you're anywhere near Munich, Lowenbrow tent, September 21st. This guy, Lederhosen, birthday. Quarantine. The where was I? The Glen 12. So how do you acquire a taste? So like you can't force yourself to like anything, right? The best way to try a whiskey or something is to get it to the temperature you like, and then you can actually add water to open it up, and you can either add water with a droplet, or I like it colder. So I'll put an ice cube in it, like a ice ball or something like that. It both opens it up, it smoothens it. And if you try it that way, if you still don't like a scotch on the rocks or something, and try a couple of different ones to see if you like the taste of them. If you don't, it may just not be your drink. There's vodka people, there's rum people, there's whatever, there's whiskey people. I just happen to be one of the, I like to go scotch. I don't like Jack Daniels. There's none of the Jack Daniels range that I actually enjoy. Do I smoke? I smoke cigars. Just say I smoke one a month. Maybe 1.2 cigars a month. Maybe I'll have two 1 month, or maybe I'll go 2 or 3 months without having any. Favorite Pop-Tart flavor? Gross. What's up, Ratchet of Vapor X? As I said, this is not scotch. It is a iced tea in a Glenfiddich 15 bottle. What's up, Monmouth County? Do I like gin? I'm not a gin guy. I've never really gotten into gin. I don't drink old fashions. I'm like pretty plain. You just give me like scotch on the rocks. Oh, smoke weed. No, I don't smoke weed. You give me a scotch on the rocks. Good. Tequila, rocks, lime. Good. But 996 Turbo is a first exotic car. I think it's a good, solid choice. Reliable. People talk about the IMS bearings. Just buy the car. Enjoy it. 45 grand, 40 grand, 50 grand, whatever it is. It's a hell of a lot of car for that money. What do you do with the tractor I bought? I've been trying. I just posted it on my whatchamacallit. I'm trying to get the tractor to go, and I would drive it around all the time, and then ultimately it wouldn't start, and it was like there's fuel pissing out of the carburetor. So I'm trying to get somebody over to fix it, because I've got so much dirt on my property that I just sort of like I've got the bucket on the front end loader. I'm really like excited to get I'm excited to get the tractor running, so I need somebody to come fix that. Well, Yamaha is really concerned with my drug life. I'm not a drug guy. Smoke weed like 2 or 3 times, maybe 4 times in my life. Not a fan. Never felt anything from it, so I just stopped doing it. Don't snort needles, none of that nonsense. But I have drinks and cigars every once in a while. Yeah, no one fixed my tractor today. Somebody's got to come over and fix my tractor. Your son's channel will be very hard. Why is my son? So my son has a YouTube channel. It's Ryan's Toy World. So go check it out. He's got 2 videos. He read Goodnight Moon. No, he read Goodnight Central Park, and he read Brown Bear, which I still have to edit. And he read Goodnight Curious George. So it's cute. He wanted a YouTube channel forever, and I'm like, yeah, I'll get to it. But he's like, you think the kids would let stuff go, and he's been like hawking me on this for like a while. And with coronavirus, I'm like, I'll get the lights, and you 5, 4, go, buddy. and he's enjoying it. The getaway in the Ford GT video. Thank you. I did enjoy that one. What's your next fun personal car? I'm going to get another GT3. I will do that. I'll get another GT3 probably as soon as my house is done. Let's put it that way. My goal is to save enough money to buy a GT3 by GCing my own house. I'll probably end up saving enough money to buy a GT3 and a Ford GT by building my own house. So, can't not answer Alyssa. Do you think it's a good time to buy a car? Dealers maybe, yes, it's a very good time to buy a car. Dealers, when they do open back up, are going to be very desperate to move inventory, expect very, very preferential lease payments, and everything. Ryan's Toy World. Type in Ryan Reed's Goodnight Central Park. He should have like 100 subscribers right now. You guys go nuts. If I can, I can't do it now, but I'll put a link somewhere, probably on my Facebook or something. But Goodnight Central. Ryan Reed's Goodnight Central Park. He's got 2 total videos. But if you have kids, like kids get lost in that stuff. They just like watch other kids reading books and everything like that. It's good stuff. Should I sell my 9-second 2015 Z06 for a C8 or wait for the C8 Z06? I wait for the C8 Z06 if you're really gunning for that like heavy performance. Do I? God damn, I'm a boomer. Remember me from the mischief days. I'm trying to do something with Dustin. He's popping back on the scene now. What kind of music do I listen to? Big fan of Celine Dion, Elton John, like the gambit. I like music that's been around for a while because it's like stood the test of time. Now I go back and listen to like songs. I was like, oh, I love that Busta Rhymes song when I was younger, and I was like, nobody listens to Extinction Level Event anymore. So, but I have definitely zoned in on the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, like even like Taylor Swift, good stuff. I like Metallica. Like I listen to the range, but I don't listen to the extreme, if that makes sense. I'm not listening to Slayer or anything like that. But you play some good, like even Katy Perry, you name it. I'm open to like a bunch of different types of music. I'm not locked into anything specifically. Depeche Mode, no. Yes, I still need the tractor fixed. If anyone can fix my tractor, come fix my tractor. I will pay you to fix my tractor. I want my tractor fixed. I want to, before the growth starts coming in, I've got to clear the backyard, and I need my tractor to do so. Is anyone renting cars? Not today. Maybe tomorrow again. Will I do paint to sample on my GT3? Probably not. Is Gambit my favorite X-Man? I didn't even know Gambit was an X-Man. I know like Wolverine and like Cyclops. Can we drink margaritas and listen to Katy Perry? Yeah, what the hell? I'm not really a margarita guy, but Julia Edmina Olida Henry said, I've seen the Ford GT Chase 1,000 times. Well, get ready. I'm going to post the full video pretty soon. What am I doing with the $1,200 check? Unfortunately, I don't qualify for the $1,200 check, so I will not be doing anything with it. Doodling around. Thanks for the 2 bone skis. Appreciate it. Am I eligible for the $1,200? I just answered that question for you. I am not, unfortunately. Will the C7 manual price go up? I doubt it. Look, Corvettes are not Ferraris. Like the exotic car world is a little bit more specific. A manual C7 30 years from now, yeah, it may go up in price. But like, are you going to wait 30 years? No. I'll trade you a case of Busch Light for your bottle of Glenfiddich 15. No, don't need that Bush mush. Bush is like college beer for me. Unfortunately, I make too much money to need government money. That's good. Like, be proud of that. Like, don't feel like you've lost out on something if you make enough money that you don't need government assistance. Like, it's fair to be like, oh, you know what, I'm accomplished enough. The government is there to take care of people in their time of need. And if like people need it and you don't, then yeah, it's not. Would I take $1,200 for free? Absolutely. But if I don't qualify for it, I don't qualify for it. So I'm totally of the opinion that that's a good thing. What is your favorite watch you own? I've only got like 3 or 4, maybe 5 watches now, but my Panerai is probably my favorite. And then my Snoopy watch. No, PBR. Like if I'm gonna drink ratchet beer, I'm going to the Natural Light. Yes, there is a longer version of the 4GT Police Chase. I will post it this week. I just have to get the HD version. Do I need a social media manager? Probably. I need like a whole team. I need an editor. I need shooters. I need like merchandise managers. Not a Rolex guy. There is not one Rolex on the planet that I would ever want. I don't know why. Aventador clutch been fixed. That was like July of last year. Maybe May of last year. That was almost a year ago. Let's see. If you had to put Ferrari as Rolex, favorite car movie. Favorite car movie. Got to be Gone in 60 Seconds. Like Gone in 60 Seconds is a pretty solid flick. But then there's 2 more that were good. I like the Ford versus Ferrari was a good movie as well. And then let's see, Gone in 60 Seconds, Ford versus Ferrari, or the one with the F1 cars duking it out. Can't think of the name. James Hunt versus, yeah, it's that type of night. Which Gone in 60 Seconds? Oh, the Nicolas Cage one was good. $500 car challenges. It'll be back. I was actually planning one like for this past month in March, but the world went to shit. Got flushed down the toilet. Rush. That's probably the movie I was thinking. Yes. No, not Driven. It was Rush. Which car has the most rentals on it? Oh, interesting. I would say I don't know which one gets the most rentals. Porsches do very well. I mean, volume wise, the G63 does very well. The Lambo kills it. Ferrari does well. But I'd say the Huracans probably get the most. That was probably the most popular car last year. The C8 is the most popular car at the moment. Brandon Nicole, I will be doing an adventure drives. I'm determined to make it work. It's worth every penny. And I think we've made it to the point where it's like anyone can afford to do it. Even like the Scotland trip, you can literally come as a half spot. It's like $2,500. So, and that's worth that's a lifetime experience for $2,500. Am I not into the Fast and the Furious saga? It's the first, I don't know, Jesus Christ. You have to take them one at a time. The first one was like, okay, I resisted it at first, but now like looking back on it, watch it. I have good memories of it. The second one was terrible, or the third one was terrible. I don't know. Probably the second and third and fourth. I don't even remember the fourth one. The fifth one was like good because it was a departure, and that's where like The Rock came in or something like that. After that, it became Michael Bay action movies, so to speak. Ferrari F8 or C8 Corvette, the F8. Now, you can't compare the two. I don't know why people are doing this. The C8 is not like a exotic car. It's definitely a cool car. It's a great value for 75 grand. And it's hard pressed to find another sports car, a new sports car in that price category that's anywhere close to it. But it's not an F8. That's like silly. Spend more money on. Yeah, I agree. You do spend more money on normal vacations. I just went down to Miami. It was like $7 grand to go to Miami for the week. But yes, the trips are awesome. Scotland's going to be great in October too. But the whole thing about adventure drives, we make it so like, yes, it's more expensive than if you booked everything individually yourself, but not much. And everybody gets a great value. It's a great trip, and I'm very proud of that company. How's Shavam's Evo doing? Not doing shit. Sorry. I will get to the Shavam Evo pretty soon. I just need the money. I am like focused on my house right now. Shavam's Evo, I'm gonna need like 25 grand to get that thing done. So I'm like losing interest in it very quickly. What's the difference between 8007 and the Scotland trip? So the 8007 is our big trip for the year, and it's longer. It's 7 nights, 8 days. Starts in Seattle, ends in Jackson Hole, goes up to the Canadian Rockies, and comes back down. So you're doing Yellowstone, Glacier National Park, Jackson Hole, Banff, Jasper, like Trans-Canadian Highway, Icefields Parkway, Whistler. It's just awesome trip. The Scotland trip is shorter, but it's not like a full week. It's normally like a 4-night trip. It's going to be 5 nights because we're going to be in Europe. But you fly out Tuesday, you land Wednesday, and then you leave on Sunday. And Scotland's an island in the United Kingdom. I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but Scotland is pretty cool. There's a lot of different topography. And then if you like drinking whiskeys or scotches, then you're in the right place. Or if you like Braveheart, draw something with a crayon box behind me. No, I'm not shipping the donk to Scotland. Driving the donk 20 miles was terrifying enough. I've got to do a full engine and trans swap on that thing now. Van update. The van got cut in half, and then I scrapped it. Didn't lost interest real quick. If the 4GT would have not been wrecked during the last rental, would I still have it now or sold it when the value shot up? I would have sold it when the value shot up. I would have bought another one. You know what? I say that. I never sell anything. Been talking about selling my whatchamacallit for years. I've been talking about selling my Supra, and I never got around to that. See you later, 575. I don't know who screwed the NSX battery, but I just bent it back to where it should be, and I think I got pretty solid contact now. No, the Adventure Drive's price for Scotland does not include, none of our prices ever include the rentals or the transport of your own car, but rentals in Scotland are like laughable. Like we have a full list of cars, and like even like Ferraris and Lamborghinis, like $5 grand for the entire time. But BMW's $1,500 or something like that with insurance, full mileage, delivery from London up to Edinburgh and back. NSX is kicking ass. I just ripped it through Bear Mountain yesterday. Bear Mountain was empty. I loved it. I had a great time. Just lapping back and forth on roads. You gaming steering wheel like the Thrustmaster? I don't game, unfortunately. I don't have McLarens in my rental fleet because I've had them in the past and they've sucked. They're good cars to drive, but when they're out of warranty, they suck. They're very expensive. And then if you buy them with a warranty, they lose like 80% of their value. Have I driven an SLR McLaren? I used to own 2 of them for rental cars. When will Beta Rob finish the 4-rotor? I don't know. I'm looking forward to racing him. He's saying a couple of months and we'll be good to go. Platinum OG. Cheers. Shayla and I are hanging out. WI. I don't know what that means, but cheers. Let's see. What are your thoughts on the Alex Choi Lambo? I'm not a fan of the Alex Choi thing. Do you help set up Adventure Drives rentals? Yes, we do. Security deposit for Gotham. It's either $1,500 to $2,500 depending on the car. $5,000 for the Aventador though. Thoughts on a 550 6-speed? Good car. 575. 550. They don't really make 575 6-speeds, I don't think, but pretty cool if you can get one. The 575 is a better car than the 550. Let's see. Yeah, the Adventure Drive is very curated. So like we're like an on point concierge service when you're at that point. Would a Urus be available for Adventure Drive? Believe it or not, I saw this on the list. You can do Adventure Drive's 8007 and get a Urus for $5,000 for unlimited miles, Urus for a week. That's like, I don't know how I don't get the business model, but God bless them. That's for a company starting in, and then you got to pay for the transport from Jackson Hole back to Seattle, but that's a couple $100, I would say. I miss your student driver videos. Yeah, I'll make some more. I'll get that thing back out. Your rental BMW got totaled. I buy it for £8,000. Wait, you bought that M2? What was it? An M2, an M4 that I drove in Europe. That's very cool. If you did, I want you to send me pictures of that. I want to make sure that wheel was fixed because they charged me $1,800 to fix a scratched wheel. I never scratch wheels, and I admit, I'm like, hey, by the way, I scratched this wheel, thinking it would be like $200, and then they charged me $1,800 to fix it. But the fact that you bought that, are you sure you bought that same one, same plate? I got to check my rental contract. Send me an email, rob@superspeeders.com. That makes me feel good. Not feel good that it got crashed, but I'm just interested if the wheel is still damaged. They charged me and never fixed it. All right, I was going to end this in an hour. I'll go another 9 minutes, then we're done. Let's see. Let's see. All-wheel drive turbo sedan. GMC Cyclone is not. The Typhoon. None of those were really my thing. Can I cook? Not well. That would be another good one for the Rob versus Rob channel. How fast did my son's new channel grow after I gave him a couple of shout outs? He went from like 2 subscribers to like 80 subscribers. But remember, it's different. My son's channel is very different from my car channel. My son's channel is good for people that have kids. And he's a 7-year-old making YouTube videos. So like it's very, very specific audiences. But I like his my friends with Tyler Hoover. I met him once, but I like him. I didn't have anything against him. But my son's channel, like he wants to do it. Like I got to teach my wife to edit, so I don't have to edit that because I don't really have time to edit it. But his videos, like I'm very proud of that intro I did. Like I whipped that up in like 20 minutes, but I was like, he's like such a cute kid and very happy to do this intro. Opinion on car treks from Ed, Freddie, and Tyler. Yes, I met Tavarish. I like a lot of these YouTuber guys. It's funny, and I'm not. I don't know how to say this. Like we all are sort of like the same person, and I like the guys that don't have a persona, like a guy that like would be different on camera than he is in person. A lot of these guys are just normal dudes that figure out how to make it on YouTube, and I like that. So we all sort of like, we feel like we're sort of instant friends. Like, oh, hey, Freddie, what's up? Like we're buddies already. Like I haven't seen you ever in my life, but like we are friends, like by default. So that's pretty cool. And you generally got a lot in common. You experience the same like highs and lows of Instagram and YouTube and this like social media lifestyle where people think you're cool, but we're not really cool, but people think we're cool, so we have to be cool, and like just the awkwardness of some of that, and the good and the bad. So it's cool to have somebody that you could talk to, and it's like, oh yeah, this happened, and you wouldn't say that to anyone else, but you would say that to somebody who's sort of going through the same thing as you. How much did it cost to build my C5 Corvette? About 200 grand. No, some more iced tea. Care for mounted turbos or rear mounted turbos. I'm not a big fan of the rear mounted turbos. People ask me for my autograph all the time. I get a lot, like, it's funny. I get a lot of stuff that I don't think car tech was like the quality of it is not Top Gear. Like when I think of Top Gear, I think less of the personalities and more of the like cinematic. It is a well-produced show. The American Top Gear, the UK Top Gear, it's just like the pinnacle of like, wow, it's a lot of effort for producing a car show. So they're definitely not at that cinematic level, but as far as the format and everything else, I mean, it's as entertaining as anything else. Yeah, if I could rewind the clock, would I use the $200,000 towards a different exotic versus my Corvette? Yes, but I inserted that $200,000 at various times over 15 years or 12 years, whatever it was. I wouldn't have been able to get a exotic car. I wouldn't have been approved for an exotic car loan. So it's funny. The hindsight doesn't really make sense. Yes, with the money I spent, I could have purchased an exotic, but I wouldn't have been able to actually purchase an exotic because I wouldn't have been approved on the loan. My loan on my Corvette was for a lease and then a finance. I'd never actually listed the Super for sale. So I can't tell you if it sold or not. Just kidding. It didn't sell because I didn't list it for sale. But I would still sell it, but now I feel like it's a bad time to sell. Have a good night, Chromatics. Knowing the end result, would cost no, I wouldn't. If I knew I was going to spend $200,000 on the Corvette, I probably should have just punched myself in the dick back then. Digital Car Addict, have a good night. 4 more minutes for the rest of you guys. My friend just did, look up the tag, 930 wheel horsepower C6. It's fast. It's a fast car. Any cars that aren't super expensive, but you're sentimental about? I don't really get sentimental about cars, honestly. I just not my thing. I enjoy cars. Well, like if one of my cars got wrecked, I would just want to get it replaced. I don't really like. I want another blue NSX. So I would happily take one. Somebody's like, I'll give you my blue NSX for your blue NSX. I don't care about mine that much. It's just I want that car in my life. Beyond Tilted, have a good night. Good chatting. Have a good night, Patrick. Stay safe. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night, everybody. Do I ever buy used cars for the fleet? On occasion. How long do I think the virus will last? I just hope it dies down soon. This is getting frustrating. My second car was a V6 Camaro. My first car was an 88 Pontiac Bonneville. I've never been to Budapest. Favorite hobbies outside of cars? Golf, guns, travel. Knowing what I know now, would I invest in weed? No. Why new over used? Because New overused, it really depends on the specific car. Do you believe a C8 will compete with the rivals of Nürburgring? I have no idea. The track car, the race car, yeah, sure. I'm glad my videos are inspiring. Do I have a blown engine laying around for sale? Not really. Yeah, 88 Pontiac Bonneville was my first car. I'm looking for one for sale if you ever see one. Whoever's doing the filtering, thank you. If I ever sell my Corvette, how much will I sell it for? I turned down offers of 65 on that car. The 65, 75, you're getting to the point where I'd probably sell it. Just build another one. Crazy for the coronavirus. Is there going to be crazy car sales for coronavirus? Yeah, I mean, when people get desperate for money, they will be all about it. I've got the AP2s, the Titleist irons, blades. Which comedian makes me laugh? I don't know. Funny ones. I don't really like. I can watch any comedian and sort of chuckle if they're good. What type of TV do you own? I've got so many TVs, dude. I've got probably 10 TVs. They're all over the place. Whitefish future home away from home. Yeah, very possible. I was looking at a place to buy in Whitefish. 5 bottles of hand sanitizer for the vet. It's I don't really use hand sanitizer. I just wash my hands. Yeah, all right. 30 seconds. I'll take this to wind down as you guys are asking dumber and dumber questions as we go on. I still have my Mickey shirt. I wore it the other day. Don't hate. I've been shrinking down in my chair. But everybody have a good night. Thank you very much. I appreciate you joining me for a drink. I will finish this one by myself. And I wish you all a good night. Stay safe. Wash your hands. Be prudent. Try not to live in fear and hide in the corner. But also be responsible to, if you do have it, don't give it to somebody else. So have a good night. See you soon.